Hello everyone, welcome to How to Hack. Today we are going to start a new session on API Pentesting based on Portswigger Lab. This is one of the new lab added to the Portswigger. And the lab is about exploiting an API endpoint using documentation given. To solve the lab, we have to find and expose API documentation and delete a user called Carlos. And we don't have Carlos password given, so we have to log into Vinier's account using the Peter password. Then after we have to delete the user Carlos. So that's our objective. An API documentation is like an instruction manual that explains how to use an API and its services. So we have to find this API documentation in the website. Let's access the lab. So our primary objective is to delete the user Carlos. So before that, we have to log in with the username Vinier and as password is Peter. Here I am logged in as the Vinier user and the password is Peter. To solve the lab, we need the Portswigger tool. So configure the proxy which can listen to web proxy. So here in this account, we have an option for updating the email address. So currently, our username is Vinier and the email address is vinier@normaluser.net. So I'm providing a new email address for the Vinier user. So we have to make sure all our communication is being captured by the web proxy. Here I am updating the email with a new one. And you can see here, all the communication is coming to the web proxy. And HTTP history, we can see all the endpoints which we have recently visited. We have to carefully analyze all the endpoints. While visiting the API user Vinier path, you can see here, this contains the username and password we have submitted. So we have to send this to repeater and make sure it's showing a response. And we have to make sure while sending this one, we are still getting the 200 OK. And now we can see we are getting the 200 OK response. We can see the endpoint here, that is patch API user Vinier. Our objective is to remove the Carlos user. So at first I am going to remove the username Vinier from the endpoint. And now I am forwarding with the API user only. Now we can see we are getting a 400 response. That's a bad request. And I am erasing the user also. Now it is only just API. And the response is 302 found. The error code 302 is about redirection, which means the URL we are visiting is been moved to some other location, which means there was such an URL. So I am copying this URL by right-clicking on the response field. Now we can see we got the documentation. So the documentation where is giving an idea about get, delete and patch request. And here the endpoint is been given username string. And it is same for all of these three. And the parameter, the get and delete have no parameter values and only a patch containing email and string as a parameter. So our objective is to delete. So to delete this one, we don't have to provide any parameter value. Now we have to modify the request with the delete method and the endpoints given. So the user is Carlos. So I'm providing API Carlos. And the method is delete. And we don't need any parameter here. Okay, so there is a mistake from my side. There is a keyword called user was there, but I missed that one. So yes, update with the user. And now forward it again. Now you can see user deleted. And also we are getting a 200 response. And now you can see the lab is solved. For more videos, you can subscribe my channel.